Today on the channel, we're back to the Spawn universe with Todd McFarlane and, of course, She Spawn Cy-Gor Amazon Gold Label exclusive.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another McFarlane Toys Spawn unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got an Amazon exclusive Cy-Gor She Spawn 2-pack. But for all your Spawn needs and a whole lot more that are not Amazon exclusives, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10% on in-stock items, anything over $79. Does ship free. Got to get a deal out there. We got a gold label Amazon exclusive 2-pack. Originally priced around $70. It was an easy pass for me. I already had the regular Cigor, already had the She Spawn figure, both deluxe figures that were released at traditional retail Targets for the most part. Said, I don't need an easy repaint here. However, then last week or so, what is time, something crazy happened. This was like $21.99. $21.99? $21.99? $21.99, how about shipped on Amazon? I said $21.99 for 2 figures. Man, I'm going to pull the trigger on that. I want to see what all the fuss is about here. As Cy-Gor, one of my all-time favorite McFarlane creations. It's true, Todd. I love monkeys. I even like monkey business even a whole lot more than that. She Spawn, I got a lot of criticism in for the unboxing of the original She Spawn. I didn't feel it was a deluxe figure. I felt like all the weapons are really what they were doing. The price point didn't jive a whole lot for me, and I said I really do think that will be a future clearance item. And I'll never forget one guy in the comments said, that'll never go on clearance. It's one of the best figures ever. Well, what happened? It went to clearance, and now here it is, the repaint going to clearance again. And that's what I said when this originally was solicited. Solicited? I can't talk today, but you know what I mean. At like a $70 price point, I said there's no way I'm pulling the trigger, and I don't think most will. I think that's the case here. That's why it went so cheap on Amazon for sure. But of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And Todd, calling you out from the couch, just let me know this is a cheap cash grab. He says it's 100% cheap cash grab. He's opening it up. He's opening his cards here. And open your wallet while you're at it, Todd. He said, yes, this is just a simple repaint to make Amazon happy. Very easy for them to do. Get the most out of your molds. It's exactly what I thought. Thanks for confirming here. But one thing I was always interested in, I was like, how is this packaged? I never saw packaging for this one before. Well, now we know it is plastic-free packaging. Keeping the cost down even more, huh, Todd? I see what we're doing here. But you got Spawn. You got the gold label, of course. McFarlane Toys. Cy-Gor, She Spawn. You got a little glamour shot of She Spawn comic here. You got Cy-Gor on the other side. Everybody loves a monkey. Everybody loves some monkey business, as we know. Then on the back, same images once again. So not a lot of bells and whistles in the packaging department here. I will definitely say that is the case. I usually save boxes like this, and I will save boxes like this, as a lot of the figures I, of course, unbox over the years, you don't use all their accessories. I then put them in little plastic baggies, things like this, get some tape, you know, label what it is. Then I usually store it in some of these boxes that come out. I got wrestling boxes, got turtle boxes. Probably going to use this to pour all my McFarlane accessories into. That's my plan, at least as of right now. Stay tuned. Oh my gosh, exciting stuff. Well, let's see what's going on here. If I can get them out of the package. There it is. What's going on here? We got a little cardboard piece. It's interesting. I don't know what's going on here. Nothing is going on. We just got a little extra flap of cardboard inside there. So not a lot going on. Off to the side, a little assist, a little John Stockton to the mailman kind of thing going on right there. But then we do get the plastic prison here. A lot going on. Interesting. A lot of twist ties locked down for this one here. But very interesting old Cy-Gor and She Spawn. Is there enough meat on the bone? Well, we're going to find out. I'm going to take this offline, get these guys out of the package. We'll be back talking all things She Spawn and Cy-Gor. All right, let's get down to it. And this monkey, he means business with Cy-Gor and She Spawn. Some interesting notes as I get these guys out of the package here. First thing I noticed, no trading cards. Nothing going on here. We usually see that with DC Multiverse. We don't always see that with Spawn line, so I guess that's not too different here. But nothing there. No explanation, no file card, no nothing on these two. So you just kind of got to know about them, I guess. Also, no stand, no McFarlane stand. Todd, huge miss on your guys' job there, as we love our stands, but no stands with these either. And then first thing I noticed, of course, she spawned. The prior version had 1,000,000 weapons. This one, no weapons at all, except this one. So really paring that one down, I guess that kind of justifies the cost a little bit, especially around $20. But boy, $70 feels a little much for this right here. But let's dive into it. Let's start with ladies first. Ladies over monkeys, of course. We'll start with she spawn. Now, we saw this weapon in the past, dark wash across it. I didn't use this on her prior version. I'll probably use it on this one here. It's the only weapon she came with, so I will use it. You got a little red wrapped around there. You got a little scope at the top. It is a big old weapon here for old she spawn. She's ready to take on the world with this bad boy here. But it is a big McFarlane style weapon. But now we get down to the figure here, and it is a smaller female figure. Almost looks like Jean Grey with this crazy wild hair going there. Love the leather jacket over the top. You get a little spawn insignia with little chains going on there, looking good. Chain belt as well. Then you got spikes in the jacket, spikes on the thighs, spikes on the boots. She's ready to go. She's ready for a thrash metal or a punk rock show is what she's ready for here. But looking good. She's even got a little spawn insignia looping the jacket at the top there together. And then very Spawn-like colors in the red and the black here. Very bringing it back home like young Bob Dylan for Spawn. And then you get down to the head here. You got that Spawn kind of mass face paint style going there. She's got a little red lipstick there. A little bit of stoic personality in that face. But you got the big, big orange hair on this one. And I will say the hair is cool and all, but really gets in the way of posability and stuff. It's really hard to get her to look just straight as she gets caught up on her shoulders, things like that. So it is a little constant kind of off to the side head for her in this one, but an interesting looking one, no doubt. She does have knuckle dusters going on the hands. You got one open hand, one gripping hand. You're going to need that to grip the weapon, of course, as we do know. And then she does have the boots at the bottom. Articulation, pretty standard here. Arms all the way around, bicep cut, double jointed pinned elbows, hands back and forth, hula hoop at the top, plus a little traditional waist. Big old splits if you do need it. Legs go up. Double jointed knees, there they are. And then, of course, ankles back and forth, up and down, the usual articulation. Going pretty good right there as well. Man, oh man, not a lot of movement out of that head, though. That is kind of limiting, and that kind of hurts this figure a heck of a lot for me. I think it needs just a different hair sculpt on her. I don't think anybody would complain, Todd McFarlane, from the couch if you could move this hair around a little bit more. And she's one that's going to be almost impossible to stand with that hair holding her down. Maybe she'll fit on a Mattel Ringside Collectible stand. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% at Ringside Collectibles. What do you know? She fits on a stand there. But I do remember the prior version giving me a hard time trying to get her to stand for the glamour shot. So I guess this one's going to do the same thing here. And I do have that prior version. Got more of a red costume here. Definitely looks different. Looks like I don't know if I would say a different character, but definitely hair color differences. Same body. It just comes down to the paint being the different factor between these two here. But I don't know. I think most people, hey, one or the other, I'm good with it. I don't know if I need these. And you're probably going to say the same thing about Cigor. But we're going to find out real quick with him as well. Now, you guys know I love a big monkey. And Cigor, to me, was one of the great McFarlane figures of the 90s. I remember seeing that for the first time in like Toy Fair magazine. Just being like, oh my gosh, I can't get this fast enough. Being very excited for this. And then we saw many Cigors over the years. And then we saw many repaints over the years. So for him to get the repaint treatment kind of feels on brand after all these years. And I remember the purple version way back in the day as well. And that's what we got going on with this one here. But let's dive into Cigor. A big chunky monkey is what he is. And like I said, this monkey means business here for sure. A robotic gorilla is kind of what he is. Looking very cool. Got a big King Kong-like head and a big King Kong-like scream in the face as well. You got one red eye, one regular eye. He's got scars. He's got cuts on his brain. He's got kind of a mask over half of it there. He's been through the wars. He's been through the projects. He's been through the experiments. There's no doubt about it. Big old apparatus over the top, very robotic-like. And, of course, you got the big shoulder guard over here. Got basically a robot arm on this side. All kinds of pipes here in kind of a bronze color. Different ones there. And then you got some of that purple mixed in. He's got a monkey fist right there. Everybody loves a monkey fist, don't they? Sure they do. But looking good throughout on there. On the back, all kinds of stuff going on. A little extra paint could really bring this stuff out. I'm sure some customizers out there could really gussy this one up, fancy this one up very, very easily. He does got scars throughout his body. He's been stitched. He's been put back together. He does got that diaper, which I absolutely hated on the last one. Still hate it here. It's just weird with the 2 different kinds of plastics going in. And he's got some robot monkey feet going down there as well. Got a robot arm on this side, and I see something that looks absolutely horrendous, Todd. This is horrendous. So we got the purple here, but you see the fur? The fur is painted purple. So what's going on there? This should be black to match. That looks very, very strange to me. That's a mess up from the factory. Somebody didn't get the memo on that, but all of his fur is painted purple, the same as the robot arm, so that is very, very strange. Got another monkey fist over here. No articulation in the hands, no hands removable, anything like that. I guess you get side to side on the hands, but that's it. There's no articulation in the fingers. Just 2 monkey fists is all we have right there. We do get a single jointed elbow, very, very tight. Arms go all the way around. No bicep cut here. You do get a up top hula hoop. Nope, no hula hoop up there. You just get the traditional waist going. You do get a little bit of movement out of those knees, a little bit out of the top of the legs. Really nothing to write home about there. Really nothing to write home about the ankles. You got the holes in the feet. No stand with him, though. And then you get some movement out of the head. So really kind of the fine line between figure and statue going on with this version of Cigor, I will say. Not going to set your world on fire. And for most people, you have the last version. I think you're pretty much good enough, just like this She-Spawn. But I do got that last version here. A little different color scheme here. A little bit more plain Jane. You got a little bit more pizzazz in the colors here. But yeah, right there, they're painted it black on this arm. So it's very interesting. They didn't do that here. Got more of a dirty wash over the robotics on this one, where this one's a little bit cleaner. I don't know, is this right when he first started? This is how he ended? I don't know. Would have loved to seen a different head between these two as well, as a different point of difference between them, but it is what it is at this point. We're not going back. We're not changing anything up, I don't think. So it is interesting. I don't know, though. For 20 bucks, I don't feel bad about my purchase. I'm just... See, that's what I'm talking about. They just don't want to stand up. But for 20 bucks, I feel good about my purchase. For $69.99, come on, Todd, what are we doing? Playing games from that couch, playing those power moves from the couch, and you're not going to fool me today, Todd. For 20 bucks, worth the pickup. Anything over that, I would pass. Get the original versions, or if you don't have the original versions, okay, get both of these if you want. Choose your own McFarlane adventure, like I do all the time, but 20 bucks, that's the right price for something like this. Glad I passed on him at 60, 70, 90, whatever it was in the past on Amazon. But what are your thoughts? Is it a 2-pack that you needed to pick up? A long game, a short game, I didn't even know it existed game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell, as we got videos every single day. And then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over on Patreon. Patreon, the best way to support this YouTube channel and all the content it does bring. And there's a lot of content, as we all do know. But appreciate all the support. Check out Pro Wrestling Tees. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget my book, The Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstar Series, on Amazon and Barnes & Noble as we speak. And don't forget to hit me up, follow along on social media. Sir Paul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for Cy-Gor and She-Spawn and Todd on the couch, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.